about to sneeze. So, it's me, Udoka, and I am reacting to this crazy thing I heard today about Joedaddy505. Nasty. I heard the audio.
Turn right onto Stone Canyon Road.
I heard that audio and I was very, very disturbed, and I will not play that audio on my video, on my reaction video, because I do not want to hear that again. It was very disturbing. So if you don't know what happened, it's this dude who plays video games on Ustream and on Twitch, and he thought the audio was turned off, but it wasn't. You know, classic. And you hear him having a certain dispute with his woman. I don't know if it's wife or girlfriend, but you hear it, and it is, when I first heard about that, I was like, oh, that's juicy drama. But then when I actually heard the audio, I understood what all the uproar is about, because the audio is incredibly disturbing. The way that she's screaming, to me, it sounded like rape. I mean, that's just what it sounded like to me. People are posting that he beat her, and it sounded like she was getting beaten, but to me, it sounded like she was getting raped. Nasty. I do have a link to the transcript in the description, for those of you who don't want to listen to it, or you want to listen to it and decipher what they're saying. He does muffle her voice. Her voice is muffled in the audio, and you can hear it. He muffles her voice, whatever is happening there. So I react to this, like, emotionally, like my own hoo-ha's, like cringing, like retracting, like, what's going on? Is it safe? So I just had to find out what happened, what was happening, what became of this. And there's people kind of not defending him, but I guess they're trying to defend the whole innocent until proven guilty thing that us Americans are supposed to have. You know, that it's just audio. We don't actually know what's happening. There's no proof of whatever accusations happening. So we just need to calm down until there's proof. Okay, there is one dude who's trying to say, like, defend the guy, because he's saying, oh, well, he probably caught her cheating, and that's what's going on, and she's just being hysterical because he caught her cheating. But it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. Definitely something happened. I mean, you can try to do the whole innocent until proven guilty thing, but when you hear that, when you hear the audio, that's an audio you would call the police. If you're a normal person who understands that you can't just allow bad things to happen, if you know something bad is happening, you want to try to do your part, and you heard that in your neighborhood, you would call the police. I would call the police. So definitely something was happening. Some people are like, well, you never know, they could just be into BDSM. Something's happening. And so I found out that his social media has been hacked. He says that he has new social media now, haha, like as if to brag about it. But his social media has been hacked, so like everything has been deleted. He did put out a video saying that he never put his hands on a woman. However, when you check the screenshots of his Instagram before it was hacked, and I will have links to that below as well in the description, he does admit to hitting her. He says, yeah, I hit her, and I'm sorry, I was drunk. And then he posts again, I hit her, I fell on her, and I hit her again. I shouldn't have done that, I was drunk. And he also repeatedly says that he did not rape her, which I don't buy. Sorry, the guy is mentally disturbed, and I wouldn't put it past him to have that mentality of, I didn't rape her because she wanted it. I don't put it past him. If you look at the Instagram photos, he was getting cyberbullied, okay? His reaction to cyberbullying is cutting himself and taking an Instagram picture to show us what the people cyberbullying him are doing to him, that he's cutting himself. He's a grown man with children who's getting cyberbullied for domestic abuse. Okay, it's not like he's a 15-year-old boy getting bullied because he's gay. He's a grown man, and his reaction is, well, look, I cut myself. Look what you did. Mentally disturbed. I don't buy his story for one hot second. Then he posts again that she brought up his father passing away. He was drunk, and she hit him first. So yes, he did what he had to do. So what happened to being sorry? What happened to, you shouldn't have done that? What happened to all that? Then he posts that video that he never laid his hands on a woman. Even though in the audio you can clearly hear her screaming, "Get off of me, ow, you're hurting me, ow, my lip." And you can hear her muffled screaming. You can hear muffled screams. The screams that sounds like the screams you would make if you were being raped. So I'm highly disturbed by this. I'm incredibly disturbed. And I have been Googling and I can't find any definitive answers. And ultimately, it's not up to us people on the internet what happens to him. It's up to the people involved in the situation. If she wants to call the police and press charges, you know, whatever happens. I hope it's a situation where if there's domestic abuse going on, that she knows to get out of there and get her children out of there, if those are her kids. I hope it's not a situation that you often hear about over and over, where the people don't leave the abusive relationship. And you do hear her saying in the audio, "I'm gonna call the police," and then he says something like, "No, you're not." It's really sad, really disturbing. I had a visceral reaction to it, and I wanted to put my 2 cents out into the YouTube sphere. It makes me really sad. It's very disgusting. I'm gonna go watch something funny now, because I can't deal.